Yeah. Okay. Okay. So today we are talking about the tank design or the classification of the radiators over here. I'm going to try to mix both of these books articles. That's why I have this both books over here with me. In this book, they have not talked about all of the radiator design. In this book, they have talked about all three of them. I will be discussing two of them, and the third one I will be leaving it to you because it's just a simple calculation of the watts divided by the surface area and all that calculation. Okay, if you come on to the classification of radiators, we know there is a power being dissipated inside the transformers, and we have called that power as the no load loss plus the load loss over there, which means it's the I square R losses plus the no load loss or the core loss actually. So we want to dissipate that power. That power is dissipated, and now we want to actually reduce that power or to dissipate that power in form of heat. Now where is that heat going? That heat is actually going towards the oil of the transformer, and that oil has to radiate that heat in form of three modes of heat over there. What are three modes of heat conduction? Science में पढ़े conduction, convection and radiation. Now over here, conduction is practically not possible here. Why? Because the transformer is already on a big pole, it's not having any physical contact over there. So the only two things which are remaining, which are actually going to dissipate the heat, is actually radiation, and the next one is convection. Now, as per the according to this book and this book, they are actually telling us that the conduction, just write it down over here. So the radiation is the first mode, and the other one is the the convection. So the radiation is having approximately 6 watts per meter square per degree centigrade, and for convection this is equal to 6.5 watts with the same units over there, watts per meter square plus per degree centigrade, same thing. Now what this means over here, now there are some things which have to be formulated first over here. From where the radiation will occur? The radiation will occur from the tank of the transformer. The oil is already hot, so it's going to radiate the heat. Now technically the transformer, when it is going to be placed inside the tank, it's going to be placed on some wooden block or asbestos sheet. It's not going to be just directly placed. Otherwise transformer की जो नीचे वाली yoke की side है, it will be hot. So it will not going to dissipate it. So हम transformer को, if this is the total tank of the transformer, we will put some clearance distance over there, and then we will place that transformer. Otherwise the lower portion of the transformer is going to get hot. So what this means actually, if I have a tank over here of a transformer, let me just draw a tank over here supposedly, and I am concerned with that tank. I am just trying to make a 3D model of that one. And if I make this one dotted just for, so if this is the tank of the transformer, okay? Now when the transformer is going to be placed inside this one, let me just, when the transformer is placed over here, and this is something, I hope everyone can have a look on this one. I am actually trying to use small light colors over here because I am going to put some more colors on this one. Now this is the tank of the transformer, the blue color one, this limited visible over here. This is the transformer which is placed over there. The oil which is going to be put inside this tank, it's not going to full up till the full height. Why? Can anyone tell me? This is the level. Yes, the transformer oil is going to be expanded when it is going to be heated up, so you are not going to never going to put it to the full over there. So you are going to leave some clearance distance over there. Now when it is not going to be touching the top lid, this means that the top surface is not going to radiate any heat. Plus the top surface, you are going to have bushings over here, you are going to have the winding connections and all that stuff over there. So the top surface area is not going to dissipate any heat. The same answer is for the lower bed. This lower bed, since this is not directly in contact and there is some wedge over there or some wooden material placed over there, so it's also not dissipating any heat. So the only area which is actually going to dissipate the heat, so if I talk that one in terms of it, are actually the side walls. This side wall, or let me just make another color for here, this side wall. And then if I have, let me make another one, this side wall, So all the side walls, and then if I have, let me use another color, maybe, yes, this one. So this side wall. So the four side walls are actually going to constitute the surface area of the tank, which are actually going to dissipate the heat. So when I am talking about the surface area and surface area of the tank, that ST, so what is means by this, if this is the length L, this is the width of the transformer tank, and this is the height of the transformer tank. So let me use the dark color. So S of T, what will be S of T equal to? G, तो बताएगा? Just the side walls are actually dissipating the heat, which means 6 plus 6.5 watts per meter square per degree centigrade is actually going to be the heat dissipated by the transformer tank. So ST is going to be equal to, so one is going to be L into H multiplied by 2, and then plus I am going to have the width multiplied by length, or width multiplied by height. Only the height is actually going to be there. So this is going to be 2 times, this is also going to be 2 times. So this is the total surface area of the tank, which is actually going to dissipate the heat. Now, for example, you have designed a tank overall. You know your length, you know your width, and your height over there. Certainly your length, width and height are going to be decided on some parameters. Now, if I go back over there, now if this is the top view of your tank, this one is the top view of your tank over there, this one is the length, this one is the width over there. What should be your length equal to? But just in general terms, I am not talking about this distance is over here, the clearance distance, this distance over there. Transformer की total length, we have calculated that was equal to 2D, okay, 2D, yes, 2D, capital 2D plus then the oil outside diameter of the high voltage coil, and then certainly some clearance distances that are to be added. Those clearance distances are added. I am just going to write down the formula over here. So the length of your transformer is equal to 2 into, according to this book, I am just going to use the same definition. This is the clearance of the core plus the high voltage coil outer diameter, and plus 2 into 25 mm. Now what is this 25 mm? This 25 mm is the clearance distance. Now one thing very important, since I am designing a 100 kVA transformer, so this 25 mm is small. If it was a big transformer, then you have more heat, then certainly you will have to dissipate more oil, you will have to have a larger clearance distance. So this clearance distances are given in this chapter of this book over there. There are some certain clearances for the height, width given over here in this book. You can go through this book over here. Now this is the length over here. Now if I am interested in the breadth or the width, what will be W equal to? Just type in G, W. Right? If this was the diameter of the high voltage coil, so certainly it's also going to be on the other side. So this means this one is the diameter of the high voltage coil plus again some certain clearance distances over here. So this one W is going to be equal to the high voltage coil outer diameter plus, and again this one distance as indicated for a 100 kVA transformer is 40 mm. So this is 2 cross 40 mm. 40 mm is the clearance distance being added over here. And then the last thing, which is very important as far as the transformer is concerned, is the height of the tank. Now height, since this is a top view, I am not concerned with that over here in this diagram, but I can go with this one. So I am concerned with this distance, that is the height of the tank. So what is H? Now, what should be H equal to? Length of the total length. क्या था उसके लिए वेरिएबल क्या था? L था, W था, H था. सोच लो. Just let me go back on this. Actually, there are two nomenclatures going on. By this one is by this group. That is height. W so basically is the width. It's the height actually. H over there. So as anyway, the height of the tank over here, as given in this book, I'm just going to write down the over there. The first distance is 40 mm. This is the clearance over there, and then I have the bottom yoke insulation. Now by insulation I mean that wooden plank or that asbestos material which is actually going to be placed inside the transformer tank, and the transformer is going to be placed on that one. That can vary depending upon the weight of the transformer. So that is bottom yoke insulation. Plus, what is this? This is the window height of the core. And then the next thing to add is actually 2 times the width of the first core step. Okay, same thing, nothing changed as such. And then there is 20 mm distance added over there as a little vertical distance added over there. And then the next thing, since our transformer was having taps, where is the tap changer going to be added? Tap changer is going to be a part of the internal area of the tap tank. So this is going to be called as the ratio switch height. Okay. We can call it tap changer also, we can call it ratio switch as far as this book is concerned. And then the last thing is going to be that 40 mm clearance distance that you have added in the below, you are adding also at the top. So what is this? The height of the tank is equal to 40 mm, again the clearance distance plus the bottom yoke insulation plus the window height of the core plus 2 times the width of the first core step. Technically yes, you are overall correct over there, but they are just adding a little bit more distance I guess. अभी एक डायग्राम आती है उसमें मैं आपको क्लियरली दिखाता हूँ. ये 20 रेशियो देखो, जो आपका टैप चेंजर वो एग्जैक्टली ट्रांसफार्मर के करीब नहीं रखेंगे आप उसको, ठीक है. यू आर गोइंग टू कीप इट अ लिटिल अवे फ्रॉम इट, बिल्कुल एग्जैक्टली ट्रांसफार्मर, अदरवाइज द ट्रांसफार्मर इज नॉट गोइंग टू कूल डाउन इन दैट एरिया. सो हम हाइट के मामले में ट्रांसफार्मर को वी हैव टू बी अ लिटिल लीनियंट, ठीक है. तो टेक्निकली अगर इफ आई यूज अ लेमन वर्ड, जब भी ट्रांसफार्मर का टैंक आपने फिल करना होता है ऑयल से, it's not filled more than 2/3 height. Rest of it is empty because there is a ratio switch, there is a tap changer, there is a clearance distance, there is a Buckles relay. आप लोग protection system पढ़ रहे हो, I guess पढ़ रहे हो semester के अंदर. Do ask your teacher what is a Buckles relay, how that is going to work over there, because a transformer Buckles relay is actually going to sense if the oil level decreases so below, the Buckles relay is actually going to initiate, and that relay is going to interrupt the transformer primary or secondary winding. So Buckles relay का भी देना है. It's actually a valve. Buckles relay जैसा आपके पानी की टंकियों में आपके घर के अंदर एक valve होता है, तो Buckles relay is similar like of a structure but a little more sophisticated. It's checking the level of the oil. So if there is a level of the oil decrease down, that relay is initiated, तो उसके लिए भी हमें space देनी होती है. So technically in more layman word, the tank of the transformer is not filled more than 2/3 of it. The rest of the transformer is just below down over there. Okay, based on this, all these 3 length, width and height, if you have got all these dimensions together and you have got length, width and height over there, now which type of radiator you want to use, that is dependent upon your cost of your transformer. Now, there are 3 types of radiators. The first one is the conventional round or elliptical tube radiator, the second one is the pressed steel radiator, and the third one is the corrugated wall panel. Now before I go into deep of each one of them, what is a conventional round elliptical tube radiator? If I go your diagrams over there, what I mean by is actually tubes like this one. Now what this tube will do? What this tube is going to be doing, the oil is going to heat up. Okay? Oil is a very dense liquid when it is in cool temperature. When it's going to be heated up, its density is going to be lowered. Hot oil is actually going to move up, and it's by convection flow, it's going to move towards the tube top, and when it is going to fall down through the tube, certainly it's going to dissipate the heat. It's also going to dissipate by the convection, it's also going to dissipate by the radiation. So this means that 12.5 watts per meter square per degree centigrade is going to be the total energy dissipated over there. And when it is fall down through the tubes and then again comes back inside the tank, it is cooled down. So what you are doing over here, your tubes are actually adding a little bit surface area. Now the point over here to discuss over here is this, that what type of tubes you want to use. Now if you have a cross-sectional area of a circular tube, certainly this means it's going to be circular. And if you have something, an elliptical, so it will be something an ellipse. Now tell me, which one is preferred, this one or this one? So समझ के, with a reason answer. We have circular tubes also, we have elliptical tubes also. Yes, the surface area should be larger so that it can dissipate more heat, because it is going to radiate the heat from the surface area. Now if you are using a same surface area over here for this one and this one both, there is a disadvantage in the circular one, because the oil that will be in the center of this one, it's not going to be touching any of the walls. So it's not going to dissipate the heat. So plus the oil cost is also going to increase, because more oil is going to be required because volume is more. So practically nowadays, now you are going to see more elliptical tubes in consideration. Now before I move on towards the elliptical ones, by elliptical ones I mean I am talking about something like this. So this is actually a section of an elliptical tube, as you can see over there. Now as written in this book, I don't take this one as a very genuine book because it's coming from the India one. So in Pakistan maybe we have a different elliptical tube length over there. In this book they have told that the normal distance or the normal length of elliptical tube available in India is approximately 6 meters. 6 meters is a huge distance. इसका मतलब ये है in layman words कि आपने ट्रांसफार्मर के टैंक के ऊपर, if you have to put some tubes over there or elliptical tubes, आपने 6 मीटर की ट्यूब्स लेनी है, उनको आपने बेंड करना है and you are going to actually put them on the tank of the transformer. So आपने कटिंग इस लिहाज से करनी है, what I am actually trying to tell over here, that you have less wastage. ठीक है? So you are going to put the tank, the tubes over there on the tank, and so that 6 meters को आपने 10 pieces में convert करें या 6 pieces में convert करेंगे, जिस pieces में, so you have less wastage over there. But this is according to again the Indian length, so whatever that is available. Maybe in Pakistan it's a little different. Anyway, so as you can see over here, the transformer tank is going to be placed in such a way. One question over here, this is the oil flow direction which is going to flow in this tank over here from this side to this side. Where should the tube be placed over here in such a way that it has all the oil going through it and then coming down? Why this distance shown over here 175 is greater than this one? So बताएगा मुझे the reason why they are not balanced.
जितना नीचे जाएगा उतनी मुश्किल होगी और इसमें
ज्यादा नीचे तो बल्कि क्या है, there is a wooden block. ट्रांसफार्मर हमने वैसे ही ऊपर रखा है, हमें ट्रांसफार्मर को कूल करना है, हमें ट्रांसफार्मर के टैंक को नहीं कूल करना. कभी अगर ट्रांसफार्मर को अगर हाथ लगाने का मौका मिले तो जो ट्रांसफार्मर की जो लोअर आपकी जो प्लेट है नीचे, इट्स वेरी कोल्ड, इट्स हैविंग ऑलमोस्ट कोल्ड ऑयल ओवर देयर. द हॉट ऑयल इज ऑलमोस्ट इन द टॉप over there, the side walls actually, not the top actually, because top is also not having any contact. So over here this distance is kept a little larger as compared to this distance, so that now your tube is over here. Now as such, as an example, I am not going to design a whole tube, you can do that yourself. I am just going to go theory of it. This tube over here is approximately 590 mm. Okay? So 590 mm is the length, which means it is approximately 0.59 meters over there. 590 mm, 0.59 meters. So this means that your 6 meter length is already, you just have to cut something and you just have to bend it, and so it can be work a tube. Now कितनी tubes लगानी है, this is very important structure. कितनी tubes लगानी है, this has to be decided by your total wastage of power which is going to be dissipated. Now what is that total wastage of power? That total wastage of power is the no load losses plus the I square R full load losses over there. And how you are going to find out that number of tubes? The formula is there in this one. Now if you see this formula, number of tubes you require, here 8.8 factor multiplied by x cross y. What is x cross y? X cross y is the G. This is x and this is y. So you are trying to find out actually the surface area of your tube over there by this formula. What is K over here? K, as depicted in this one, K is actually the total loss. This is actually the total loss that you are actually going to dissipate. And what is L? L is the average oil temperature that you are going to have your design. So agar aapko yaad ho, if you remember, if I go back a little over here on the tank design or whatever, let me just go on this one. We had this 100 kVA design and the G temperature rise 40/50 degrees centigrade. If you remember, what this is telling me that your temperature on the transformer inside can go up till 50 degrees centigrade, and the tank of the transformer should be at 40 degrees centigrade. It should not be more than that. So the average temperature rise over here in this formula, if I go back on this one, this over here average oil temperature, this is going to be equal to 40 degrees over here. Okay? So you are actually going to write 40 over here. Then 12.5 coming on from the same formula, as I told you, radiation has 6, convection has 6.5. So combined of them, it is 12.5 watts per meter square per degree centigrade. A is actually the surface area of your tank. Now, when you are going to have K divided by L minus 12.5 into area, this factor over here which I am encircling, this will give me the total area that is required for the tubes. Okay? Again, listen, this encircled one area is actually going to tell me that K divided by L minus 12.5 into A is going to tell me the surface area of the tubes required. अगर बाई चांस आपका ट्रांसफॉर्मर इतना अच्छा है, आपके नो लॉसेज और लोड लॉसेज इतने कम है, तो आपका क्या होगा, दिस फैक्टर comes out to be 0 or even negative. This means that there are no tubes required. आपका काम टैंक ही कर देगा. लेकिन ये बहुत रेयर है, बहुत कम चांसेस होते हैं. You have to somehow add some transformer. अब क्योंकि अगर आपने टैंक का साइज बड़ा कर दिया अपने सरफेस एरिया को बढ़ाने के लिए, so you are actually additioning cost of the tank also, the size of the cost also, the volume of the oil also. So आप basically cost कहीं और पे कर रहे हो. So always you have to add some tubes or some radiator over there so that it can dissipate the heat. So when you have got this something, this will give you the number of tubes over here, and those tubes have to be added on all 4 sides, keeping in view they are balanced. मिसाल के तौर पर, if your total tank is somehow like this one, this shape over there, and you have got something like 100 tubes, for example. If you have to have 100 tubes over there, you will add, supposingly, since this is the length is the longer dimension over here, so you will add 40 tubes over here, or maybe like 35 over here, and 35 over here on this side, equally distant over there, and 35, 70, and then you will add just 15 over here and 15 over here. So your tank has to be equally decided. It's not like this that अगर आपके पास को 40 tubes आई हैं, 50 tubes आई हैं, आप एक ही wall पे उनको लगा दो. They have to be equally displaced on the whole surface area of the tank over there. So in this way, you are going to find out the number of the tubes over here, and based on this number of tubes, this will tell you that your dissipation is going to be complete. Now, this was from this book. Now, if you go with this book over there, they are only discussing the tube factors over there. Okay? For this purpose, what they have done, I'm just going to go through this a little proof over there. They are telling me that the total radiation is equal to 6 ST watt. What is ST? Total surface area of tank is equal to ST. So उसी टैंक से आपका रेडिएशन से कितनी आपकी हो रही है, दिस इज इक्वल टू 6 टाइम्स ST. दिस इज गोइंग टू बी टोटल. वो टोटल अच्छा एक सेकंड ध्यान से, जरा ध्यान से, टोटल सरफेस एरिया जहां से डिसिपेट होनी है, दी साइड वॉल्स ओनली, अपर एंड लोअर नहीं ऐड करना. सो मैं जब ये बार बार लिखता हूँ टोटल सरफेस एरिया ऑफ द टैंक, दिस इज द इफेक्टिव, यू कैन कॉल इट इफेक्टिव टोटल सरफेस एरिया. एरिया भी सेम, वो ए और एस टी सेम है, ए यहाँ यूज हुआ हुआ है, एस टी यहाँ पे. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम एक्चुअली गोइंग विद दिस बुक नाउ. टोटल रेडिएशन 6 times एस टी, टोटल कन्वेक्शन this is 6.5 st watts over there. सेम टाइम कन्वेक्शन तो वैसे भी हो रही होगी ना, अगर ट्यूब्स नहीं भी लगाते हम तो कन्वेक्शन तो वैसे भी हो रही है. गर्म ऑयल ऊपर जा रहा है, ठंडा ऑयल नीचे की तरफ आ रहा है, ठंडा होके एंड ऑल दैट. नाउ दिस इज द टोटल रेडिएशन एंड टोटल मास. नाउ इफ आई अज्यूम दैट विद ट्यूब्स एडेड surface area required is equal to x times st. टैंक का सरफेस एरिया st था, लेकिन आपको जब ट्यूब्स ऐड करते हो तो आपको x टाइम्स st एरिया चाहिए. मिसाल के तौर पर व्हाट आई मीन बाय दिस वन, st सपोजिंगली 10 मीटर स्क्वायर एरिया था, लेकिन आपको ट्यूब्स ऐड करने के बाद आपको कोई 12 मीटर स्क्वायर एरिया चाहिए. इसका मतलब यह कि x की वैल्यू क्या है, 1.2. ठीक है. सो दिस x इज एक्चुअली टेलिंग यू दैट योर एरिया इज गोइंग टू बी इंक्रीज बाय व्हाट फैक्टर. ठीक है. सो दिस इज x टाइम्स st, सरफेस एरिया रिक्वायर्ड ओवर देयर. सो द टोटल surface area of the tank is equal to x times st minus st. ये किसका सरफेस एरिया निकला है? Oh yes, this is tubes actually, not tank. मैंने गलती दिया यहाँ पे. This is tubes. X of st minus st. Next thing, convection from tube walls. So if you are going to use tubes now, आपकी कितनी convectioning होगी from the tube walls? You are going to have this one, the same factor, x s of t minus s of t, multiply this by 6.5 over here. And in this book they have given a factor that when you are going to have tubes over there and tubes going to have a convection of oil flowing through it, because of the oil falling down, it is going to have a siphoning action and the convection rate is going to be increased by approximately 35%. What I mean by that, convection tank के अंदर भी हो रही थी, it was radiating the heat. Tube लगाने से the oil is going to fall down from the top, come down to the bottom. Here from the tube there is going to be a 35% increase. So that's why I have multiplied it by 1.35. यहाँ नोट करने वाली चीज यह है कि ट्यूब से हम रेडिएशन नहीं ले रहे हैं. ठीक है. रेडिएशन हमेशा उस जगह से ज्यादा होती है जहां पे आपके पास स्टैटिक ऑयल पड़ा हो. टैंक के अंदर ट्रांसफार्मर ऑयल है, पड़ा हुआ है, रेडिएट हो रहा है उसके अंदर से, लेकिन आपके पास जो ट्यूब्स हैं वहां से आपके पास से रेडिएशन उस तरह से नहीं हो रही. उस तरह से आपने क्या किया, दे हैव इंक्रीज्ड इट बाय 1.35%, तो उसको कंपैरिजन किया हुआ. So this is a little difference in this book and this book. In this book they are taking 6.5 plus 6, 12.5. Here they are not taking for the tube over there, they are just taking the convection multiplied by 1.35 or 35% increase over there. So this factor, if I just change this, if I take this st out, this is equal to x minus 1 multiplied by 6.5 multiplied by 1.35. So this is equal to st, again the same factor, x minus 1 into, and this factor is 8.78 over here. Okay, so this is the total dissipation from tank plus tubes. जी, ये थी डिसिपेशन किसकी, ट्यूब्स की। सो टैंक की अगर हम ऐड करेंगे तो दिस विल बी इक्वल टू Ft मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 12.5, क्योंकि टैंक से तो कन्वेक्शन कंडक्शन दोनों हो रही हैं, प्लस द अपर टर्म दिस विल बी Ft x minus 1 into 8.78. And if you combine these two together, because St is common over there, so you can just write it as St 12.5 plus x minus 1 into 8.78, and this is like this. So what is this? Over here I have the total losses that you want to dissipate. So what I have got now, मेरे पास एक फॉर्मूला आ रहा है, इस फॉर्मूले में I just have to feed in the total losses. I know already because from the design of the transformer. Surface area of the tank मुझे पहले से पता होगा because tank मैंने डिजाइन कर दिया है based on the clearances and all that stuff. X is going to be the unknown value. यहाँ से आप X निकाल सकते हो, लेकिन one thing very important, you have to divide this value by what, so that your required temperature क्या है आपका. So this value, if you want to convert this one into watts per meter square per degree centigrade, so you are going to have, so this will be actually, the formula would be that dissipation of losses is going to be, the formula is going to be remain the same in the numerator. So this is going to be 12.5 plus x minus 1 into 8.78, this will remain the same, and divided it by x of Sp, and this will be watts per meter square per degree centigrade. Now this formula is going to be used in your over here. So the x of St is actually that temperature by which you are. So this if in this formula you just have to put the value of dissipation, you have to put the value of x of St, and you are good to go with the x. आपको यहाँ से x मिलेगा, x आपको जो मिलेगा, that value is going to tell you कि आपका ट्यूब्स का एरिया क्या है. अगर इस फार्मूले में पुट करने के बाद x की वैल्यू 1 से कम आती है, ठीक है, पॉसिबिलिटी इज देयर, दिस मीन्स कि ट्यूब्स की जरूरत नहीं है. अगर x की वैल्यू 1 point something, 1.2, 1.3, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, दिस एग्जाम्पल इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, प्लीज काइंडली गो थ्रू दिस वन योरसेल्फ. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू डू दिस वन ओवर हियर, you can do this yourself. This is example number 7.18. This is example number 7.18. Okay, and in this one the value of x which is coming out is actually 2.61. So this is actually a very huge value. So this is telling me कि आपका ट्यूब्स का सरफेस एरिया is approximately 2.61 times more than the area of the tank over there. So you have to then have the required area calculated like this one over here. Any questions with this one? Elliptical tubes and or round tubes. Elliptical tubes ज़्यादा in है. I try to actually find elliptical tubes for you, but actually this is elliptical. Oh yeah, come on, elliptical tubes of transformer tank. These are not actually elliptical tubes. I'm actually, खैर आप लोगों ने अपने घरों के बाहर ट्रांसफार्मर देखा ही है, you have practically seen that tubes. They are not circular, they are elliptical tubes over there. Wow, what type of this? Transformer with cooling tubes. ये वो मूवी वाले ट्रांसफार्मर भी नहीं है, पता नहीं क्या चीज निकाली है इसमें. Anyway, I still can find it. It's for there. Actually, we normally use it. Now the world has shifted to this type of radiator. Now what is this type of radiator? This is called as a pressed steel radiator. Now what I mean by this, let me just zoom in this one and you can have an idea what I'm talking about here, or actually let me just show you. This one, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are 10 sheets, and these sheets have how many channels? Listen, see this one. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. How many channels are there? 8 channels in each fin. ठीक है, this is 8 channels in one, second one 8 channels, another one. और again ये लगेगा उसी तरह से जिस तरह से आपकी tubes हैं, but you are going to fit it in such a way that this is going to be the entry of the oil from here. All of the oil is going to pass through this tubes over here, and it's going to return back from the lower one. So when you are going to place this one over here, this is the entry of the tank of the transformer oil. This is the exit of it over there. So when you are going to put this one on a transformer, let me just show you. This is the same picture. You can see how many are there, how many channels are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 channels over there. Now these are called as pressed steel radiators. Why? Because steel की दो शीटें ली हैं, you have pressed them and made that channel. इसका surface area बहुत ज़्यादा है, thickness कम है, and it is much more efficient even the elliptical tube. Elliptical tubes में तो आपको ऐसे करना पड़ा. Now this is a just pressed steel radiator. The thickness is very small, and by adding how many of these fins over there, you can have your transformer cooled down. It is just like if you have seen your processor or the cooling fan on your processor or laptops or your this, you have very small fins coming out over there. Those are called as corrugated heat sinks over there. But corrugated heat sinks mean that you are increasing the surface area over there. Here you are increasing the surface area by this pressed steel radiator, so that you have these pressed and you have oil flowing on through these ducts over there. So this pressed steel radiator, another picture I guess is this one. I hope everyone can have a look on this. This is the entry of the oil, this is the exit of the oil. How many channels are there? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So increase the number of channels inside each fin or number of fins, you can have a lot of area over there. Now how you are going to design this one, the important thing. When you are going to talk about this pressed steel radiator, this pressed steel radiator is going to be placed something again like this. Okay? This is the transformer in front of you. You are going to again place this pressed steel radiator a little above than the center of your transformer. For obvious reason, as I have told you in the previous one also, that there is a block over there and the transformer is a little heighted. So your pressed steel radiator is also going to be a little heighted over there. Now you can see over there, this one is that pressed steel radiator over here, and this is having a slight off center. And what is that off center? That is 80 mm over there. Okay. Now this pressed steel radiator, how you are going to design on this one? For this purpose, you have to first of all find a correction factor. This is very important. This correction factor is based on three things. Okay? The first correction factor, vertical distance between the transformer core center line and the radiator center line, which I just told you, I just monitored it, this one, this is 80 mm in this case. You will find out this 80 mm. Okay? Take this 80 mm value in this table. Now if you see in this table, what is value over here? This is the vertical distance between the transformer core center line and the radiator center line. So if you have a value between 0, the factor is 0.80. If you have a value up till 100 mm, the correction factor is 0.85. If you have, wow, why this happened? Not enough space, why? Came back, sorry. So if you have a distance of 100 mm, the correction factor is 0.85. If you have a distance of 200 mm, the correction factor is 0.89. If you have a distance of 300 mm, कोई मुझे यहाँ बताएगा कि ये distance between the centers change हो रहा है, तो correction factor बढ़ता क्यों जा रहा है? Answer this. What I mean by this correction factor, this is that correction factor कि आपका transformer का center or radiator का center, if they are aligned together, then the correction factor is something 0.8, as you have just seen it. If it is 100, then it goes to 0.85. यानी कि इसका मतलब यह है कि ये रेडिएटर ऊपर की तरफ जाएगा, आप नीचे की तरफ आओगे. How this is better for the transformer? Anyone answer me? Any hint on this one?
The lower heights of the रखते हैं, सपोर्ट रखते हैं।
वो सपोर्ट खत्म, सपोर्ट आपने सब इतनी रखी है। सपोर्ट रखने के दो रीजन है, एक ये है कि ट्रांसफार्मर का जो लोअर लिम्ब है या लोअर जो योक है उसको कूल डाउन करना है। सेकंड रीजन, क्योंकि वाइंडिंग हाई वोल्टेज है, उसको आपने टैंक ग्राउंडेड होता है ऑफ कोर्स, उससे भी दूर रखना है बिकॉज यू डोंट वांट अ हैशओवर टू अकर। सो वो दो चीजें हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पे वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट वन। तो कोर और रेडिएटर के दरमियान में डिस्टेंस बढ़ता जा रहा है। इफ दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, ऑयल जितना डिस्टेंस कोर लिब सेंटर और कोर के दरमियान में और प्रेस्टिलेटर के दरमियान में बढ़ रहा है, इसका मतलब यह है कि ट्रांसफार्मर टैंक उतना लंबा है, ठीक है। एंड व्हेन द ट्रांसफार्मर टैंक इज लार्ज, इट हैज मोर ऑयल। व्हेन इट हैज मोर ऑयल, इट इज गोइंग टू बी बेटर कूलिंग, ठीक है। अगर ट्रांसफार्मर टैंक ही छोटा है, जिन दोनों सेंटर टू सेंटर अलाइंड हो गया ऑलमोस्ट, देन द फैक्टर इज 0.8। अगर ट्रांसफार्मर ऑयल ज्यादा है, जिसका मतलब आपने अपनी जो रेडिएटर उठाना है वो आपने ऐसे उठाना है कि वो पूरी लेंथ ऑफ द टैंक को फिल करे, या जहां तक आपको ऑयल है। अगर आपका ट्रांसफार्मर ही लंबा है, ट्रांसफार्मर उसके अंदर इंटरनली इतना सा है, लेकिन टैंक आपका इतना बड़ा है, लेकिन उसमें टैंक के अंदर एक 2/3 हाइट तक या 80% हाइट तक आपके पास ऑयल है, तो आपने जो स्टील रेडिएटर लगाना है, प्रेस स्टील रेडिएटर, वो इतना लगाएंगे आप ताकि वो पूरा का पूरा ऑयल फ्रॉम द टॉप, क्योंकि टॉप पे ज्यादा हॉट ऑयल होगा, वो आपने ठंडा करके वापस नीचे की तरफ भेजना है, जस्ट बाय कन्वेक्शन फ्लो। सो दिस डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द सेंटर टू सेंटर इज इंक्रीजिंग, द correction factor as you can see is increasing, and if it is goes up till 1000 millimeter, which is approximately 1 meter, you can see this goes to 1.10 even. Next thing, horizontal distance between two radiators. जी, horizontal distance between two radiators. आपके पास एक ट्रांसफार्मर है, लेट मी जस्ट शो यू एक्चुअली अ ट्रांसफार्मर। ये हम टेबल्स पे मैं बाद में आता हूँ। इनफैक्ट ये आ गया आपका ये रेडिएटर्स, एक्चुअली यस दिस वन, दिस इज अ ट्रांसफार्मर, ठीक है। यू कैन सी द 4 bushings of 11 kV on the topmost side or maybe 400 volt side, and these are radiators. This is one radiator, this is another radiator over here. So the horizontal distance between two radiators आपने कितना रखना है, कितने radiators आने हैं आपके पास, you are going to actually decide on that one. So if that distance in between the two radiators is equal to 226 mm का आप radiator इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, you are having a 300 mm one, you have a 520 mm. अब ये क्या चीजें, जरा listen this very carefully. If you have a 226 mm radiator, what is 226 mm? 226 mm is the height of that. What is the height of this one? This height from here to here. Okay? If you are using a 226 mm height of this one, and it has 3 channels. Okay? You have 3 channels, and if you are using a 300 mm one with 4 channels, if you are using a 520 mm with 7 channels, आपकी किताब के अंदर ये सिर्फ ये 3 दिए हुए हैं और इन 3 के टेबल्स भी हैं. So if you are using any of these 3 and their practical distance in between them is equal to 350 mm, then the correction factor is 0.75. If you are having 375, then it is 0.82. अब आप देख सकते हो जितना फासला उन रेडिएटर से बढ़ता जा रहा है उसके बीच में एयर है, it will be better to cool it off. So जैसे जैसे आपका ये फैक्टर 550 mm तक अप्रोच कर रहा है, this correction factor is 1. यानी कि जितनी वो हीट डिसिपेट डिजाइन करने के लिए बना है वो उतनी ही हीट डिसिपेट कर रहा है. सेम गोज ऑन फॉर ऑल दिस स्टफ. अगर ये थोड़ा सा रेडिएटर बड़ा है, इससे 750 है. ये रेडिएटर थोड़ा और बड़ा है, ओवर हेयर सॉरी दिस इज 550, इसमें 1 है, यहाँ 500 है, तो यहाँ पे 1. So when you are using any of these 3, 1, 2, 3, you have to decide on it what is the horizontal distance. ये ट्रांसफार्मर का एक पूरा टैंक है, एक रेडिएटर में यहाँ लगाता हूँ, अगला रेडिएटर में यहाँ लगाता हूँ, इन दोनों के दरमियान में फासला कितना है? This is actually that distance over here in between the two radiators. The last correction factor, very very important, how many number of sections per radiator. What are the sections? Sections mean 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 सेक्शंस, इन्हें मैं फिन्स भी कह सकता हूँ, बट फिन्स का लफ्ज़ हम यहाँ यूज नहीं करें बिकॉज दे आर नॉट एक्चुअली प्रैक्टिकली फिन्स, बट इज द सेक्शंस ओवर देयर. सो नंबर ऑफ सेक्शंस पर रेडिएटर 4 to 5 नंबर्स, ये हमारे डिसीजन पर है. बट इफ यू सी दिस करेक्शन फैक्टर, नंबर ऑफ सेक्शंस पर रेडिएटर, इफ यू हैव 3 यू हैव 1.10. 3 है, थोड़ा सा फासला है दोनों के दरमियान में, तीनों के दरमियान में, बड़ी अच्छी कूलिंग करेंगे. लेकिन अगर आपने थोड़े से स्पेस के अंदर आपने 12 से 14 सेक्शंस ऐड कर दिए तो दोनों एक दूसरे के करीब करीब होंगे. जस्ट लाइक द पिक्चर आई शोड यू ओवर हियर, दिस वन. ये पूरी इंडस्ट्री है, जस्ट टू टेल यू, एक पूरी इंडस्ट्री है पाकिस्तान के अंदर एग्जिस्ट जो सिर्फ प्रेस स्टील रेडिएटर बनाती है, जो जनरेटर्स के साथ, ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स के साथ दे एक्चुअली मेक दिस वन. ये अलग एक इंडस्ट्री है पूरी, क्योंकि ये इंडस्ट्री इस तरह से भी काम करती है बिकॉज इट्स एक्चुअली जस्ट वर्क ऑफ द आयरन ओवर देयर. शीट्स लेनी है आपने, उनको प्रेस करना है, सील करना है, कंडक्टिविटी बढ़ानी है, एंड दैट्स आई कैन सेल इट आउट. So this is the 3 correction factors over here, number of sections per radiator, correction factor added over there. Now, how you are going to see the 3 tables? ये 3 tables हैं आपके यहाँ पे, horizontal distance for 226 mm, 300 mm and 520 mm. Now if I go back on the table, what is this table? This table has 226 mm 3 channels, mm height over here. If I have 600 mm height, cooling area is 0.280. If I want my transformer wall to be 35 degrees centigrade, so I will be dissipating approximately 72 watts over there. If I want to dissipate over here up till 45, temperature बढ़ गया, हमारा जो रिक्वायर्ड टेम्परेचर है वो 45 हो गया. यू कैन सी द वैल्यू इज 92 वॉट्स. सो वट एवर टेम्परेचर यू रिक्वायर, अब आपका टेम्परेचर क्या था, 40 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. सो इसका मतलब है कि वी हैव टू सी इन दिस कॉलम. हमें देखना ये पड़ेगा कि हमारे पास जो हमारी लेंथ है ट्रांसफार्मर के टैंक की, हमें उसके हिसाब से इनमें से कौन सा रेडिएटर चूज करना है. Corresponding to that temperature, we will find out, okay, what is that. Supposingly, I have taken something 800 mm. So 800 mm with 40, this comes out to be 125 watts. Now this 125 is going to be multiplied by the multiplication of all these 3 correction factors. So that 125 multiplied by, for example in this case this is 0.901, this will tell me कि जी एक रेडिएटर इतनी पावर डिसिपेट कर रहा है, इतने चैनल्स का, इतनी हाइट का, इतनी पावर डिसिपेट कर रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जस्ट एन एग्जाम्पल कैलकुलेशन, आपका ट्रांसफार्मर जो आप लोगों ने डिजाइन किया है, इट वॉज 1600 वॉट्स लोड लॉसेस and I guess 600 watts of no load losses. I'm not confirm on this one, you can change this afterwards. इसका मतलब है 2200 watt of power आपने dissipate करनी है. The first thing you are going to do, find out ST multiplied by 12.5 watts per meter square per degree centigrade. ये आपके पास वो पावर आएगी जो आपका टैंक डिसिपेट कर रहा है, उसमें कोई फर्क नहीं आने वाला. So इस पावर में से माइनस कर दें this one पावर, जो पावर आपके पास बच गई, that power has to be dissipated from the press steel radiator. अब आपके पास अगर वो वैल्यू, सपोजिंगली जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल, वो वैल्यू आती है 600 वॉट्स फॉर एग्जांपल, 1600 वॉट हमने टैंक से डिसिपेट कर दिए. दैट 600 डिवाइडेड बाय वट एवर दैट वैल्यू वॉज 125 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 0.901, दिस वैल्यू सपोजिंगली वॉज 110 और 105 or whatever that value, that 600 divided by 105 or 110 is going to tell me कि आपके पास 226 mm के 3 चैनल दैट लेंथ कितने रेडिएटर लगाने हैं. I'm again repeating, whatever you want to select, you want to select 226, you want to select 500, 300 mm, you want to select 520 mm, ये आप पे डिपेंडेंट है. When you have decided it, first of all find out the fraction factor. आपके पास आपको जो कि आपने टैंक आपने पूरा डिजाइन कर दिया, आपको ये भी आइडिया होगा कि एक रेडिएटर यहाँ लगाएंगे, एक रेडिएटर यहाँ लगाएंगे, दोनों के दरमियान में हॉरिजॉन्टल डिस्टेंस कितना है. So you will find out the correction factor and all that stuff. आपके पास जो एक्स्ट्रा पावर है जो कि डिसिपेट नहीं हो रही है, जिसको डिसिपेट करना है, you will divide it by the value we have got from the table multiplied by the correction factor. So this 600 will be divided by that 125 multiplied by 0.901. This will give you, again it will not be a whole number, it will be something a decimal number. Give it to the next highest integer number. That highest integer number of pressed steel radiators are required on the transformer tank so that you can cool it down. Any questions with this one? These are three tables. This is the 226 mm. I will make these tables available on the website. This is the 4 channel 300 mm, and this one is the 520 mm 7 channel. क्या है? Pressed steel radiator, corrugated wall. Go with this one. If you are working with the tubes one, you can go with the RK Agarwal one. ठीक है, मैंने इसका भी यहाँ करवा दिया, इसका भी करवा दिया, just to give you an idea. Please do definitely go through this example 7.18, 19 and 20. These are very much good examples. ठीक है, they're very good examples taking a lot of data. एक पूरा ट्रांसफार्मर वो आपने डिजाइन करवा लिया उन्होंने, आपको उसके बाद पूछते हैं कि आपका टैंक डिजाइन कैसे होना है, टैंक के बाद आपके पास उसका ट्यूब्स कितनी लगनी है. Now after this one, the last thing which you have to do it yourself is the corrugated wall. What is corrugated wall? टैंक आपने वैसे का वैसे ही बनाना है. इस दफा आपने वॉल्स के ऊपर फिन्स बना देनी है. This one. These fins will certainly increase the surface area. So चीज वही है, no difference as such. आपको एक फिन का एरिया पता होगा कि कितना उसको प्रोट्रूड करना है बाहर. Again the same watt divided by कितनी fins बनानी है, area of one. Go through this one. It's just a simple one page. I'm leaving it to you. So this is the corrugated wall and practical thing over here. This is the practical. This is the corrugated transformer. You can see this is the same transformer with the corrugated walls. You can see. Okay. This is not tubes. This is corrugated walls. आपने surface area बढ़ा दिया so that it can cool down fastly. ये ट्रांसफार्मर की रेडिएटर नॉर्मली सिर्फ उन ट्रांसफार्मर्स में यूज होता है जहां स्पेस कंस्ट्रेंट हो. आपने एक पास जगह कम है, आपने ट्रांसफार्मर को बिल्डिंग के अंदर कहीं पे यू हैव टू फिक्स इट. सो corrugated wall is normally used there. Otherwise, if you have an ample amount of space and it's going to be open in open air, then certainly you can go with the two other pressed steel radiator or the tubes, elliptical tubes over. The round tubes are now obsolete. Ji, anything? No question? Please kindly go through this one. I will just show you your quizzes.